The headlines this morning: Governor Soludo urges Anambra to contribute their individual quota in the struggle to build a prosperous homeland. Joint Association of Persons with Disabilities has held prayer summit against insecurity in the state. JAMB frowns at unutilized admission quota by tertiary institutions. And the foreign thing this morning: Beijing imposes new COVID curbs over nightclub virus cluster. Now, before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning to you and welcome to the news. I am Ebere Ugonna. Governor Chukwuma Soludo CFR says democracy all over the world is a continuous struggle towards a better society. Governor Soludo stated this during a special mass to mark Nigeria's June 12 Democracy Day celebration at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia. A release by the press secretary to the governor, Christiana Burime, said the governor hinted that nation building is a consequence of struggle for class, social or otherwise. Ardin said that values such as focus, determination and perseverance are indispensable in this kind of struggle. According to Governor Soludo, there is no perfect society anywhere in the world, accounting for various contestations and contradictions. Adding, however, that they bring out the best in the society. The governor pointed out that for Anambra, it is a struggle to build a livable and prosperous homeland where everybody has very fundamental role to play. Governor Soludo recalled that bonding together, Nigeria consistently struggled against dictatorship, during which many people even paid the ultimate price. He stressed that the sacrifices by the late MKO Abiola and others in the course of the struggle that gave rise to the Democracy Day celebration will not be taken for granted. And moving on, ahead of the June 17th deadline set by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for submission of party candidates to INEC online portal, the presidential candidates of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, and the 2023 general election, Professor Peter Omadi has nominated Comrade Abdullahi Muhammad Koli as his vice presidential candidate. A statement by the ABGA presidential candidate, Professor Peter Omadi, says Comrade Abdullahi Muhammad Koli is a frontline labor union activist and social crusader who has led many struggles for the welfare of the Nigerian workers in his capacity as chairman of Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, in Bauchi State from 1999 to 2002. It could be recalled that INEC chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu had directed all political parties in Nigeria to upload the names of their presidential candidates along with their running mates into the designated INEC online portal on or before Friday, 17th June 2022. The Anambra State chapter of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disability has held the prayer summit and their monthly meeting at St. Mark's Catholic Church, Abagana, in Jikoka local government area. The prayer summit was aimed to pray against insecurity in Anambra State and Nigeria. Correspondent Onyinye Agubeze completes the report.
During an interview, the state chairman, Mr. Ugochukwu Okeke, stated that the prayer summit was also to pray for the administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo and against the prevailing insecurity issues in the state, saying that those most affected are people with disabilities. Also, Mr. Okeke, while sensitizing the members on the disability rights law, said that the law has helped assure and protect the rights of persons living with disability, as well as eradicate all forms of discrimination against them. He advised them to become familiar with the law so that their rights would not be violated.
We are here today to pray for our nation and for the state, and at the same time sensitize our members on the contents of Anambra State's disability rights law, and as well have our monthly meeting as we normally do in the state. I am happy that the exercise we did today to know how extent they are aware of the law, it's overwhelming, because most of them were able to cite out some of the sections of the law, and most of them were able to mention the provisions.
Those who attended the prayer summit, including Chika Ezeonwumeru, chairperson of the Anambra State Albinism Association, and Igwe Malakai Azike, the Royal Highness for Visual Impaired Students, expressed joy at the opportunity to participate in the summit, praying that their heart's desires materialize.
I believe Governor Ndolu Senior on Anambra State. I believe Governor ka ọchịa of Mayana ndị ministry commissioners niile ka ha chịa ọfụma ka site na amala chukwunye ha amala ka ha nwee ike chịa ọfụma.
Some local transition chairmen, including Mr. Chukwudi Orizu of Nnewi North, Mr. Patrick Onyedum of Anocha, and Mr. Jude Obi, were awarded and recognized as Disability Rights Ambassadors for their assistance to the disability community in their respective local government areas. From Abagana, in Njikoka local government area, I am Onyinye Agubeze reporting for ABS News.
Well, moving on to our national stories now. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has disclosed that tertiary institutions in the country have failed to fill 405,256 admissions quotas. According to JAMB, a total of 601,775 admissions quota were made available to universities, with federal universities having to 159,292 quotas, state universities 259,292, and private universities 120,938. The national president of the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, Anderson Ezibe, said that many polytechnics admission quotas are not used up due to insufficient application figures. In 2021, the board stated that a total of over 1.3 million plus candidates registered for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination direct entry. According to the board, there was a huge leap in 2022 as a total of over 1.8 million plus candidates registered for the UTME direct entry, but the latest statistics made available on the website of the board for the 2020-2021 admissions revealed that 405,256 admission quotas were not filled by institutions. The board, however, noted that 179,330 quotas remained unfilled. On the foreign scene, Beijing started a new round of daily mass testing in one of its major districts after a rapidly spreading outbreak linked to a bars saw COVID rules tightened again in Chinese capital. The outbreak prompted authorities and the sprawling Chaoyang district on Monday to put schools back online, with the exceptions of students taking middle and high school placement exams. Chaoyang district, home to high-end shops, multinational firms and embassies, started a 3-day testing drive for all its 3.5 million residents and sealed off several downtown residential compounds and malls over the weekend. Even after restaurants reopened on June 6, I have been mostly staying at home and cooking my own meals outside of work. China is the last major economy still committed to a zero-COVID strategy, stamping out new cases with a combination of targeted lockdowns, mass testing, and lengthy quarantines. On sports news, Nnewi United Football Club has emerged the overall winner under the male category in the 2022 Neros Pharmaceuticals Anambra State Football Association Cup. Maureen Madu Kids Football Club, Onitsha, also coasted to victory in the female category. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata reports that the competition was held at Neros Sports Stadium, Nanka, in Urumba North local government area. His report.
The march is sponsored by the founder, Neros Pharmaceutical, Dr. Polly Emenike, an indigene of Nanka. Nnewi United FC defeated Peace FC Oka with a goal during a penalty kick at the second half, while Maureen Madu Kids FC outfoxed Oka Angels FC, also with a goal by its striker, Chigozie Idika. The victorious Nnewi United FC went home with prize sum of 2 million naira and a trophy, while the runners-up, Peace FC, got 1 million naira. Aspire FC came third and received 500,000 naira. Under the female category, Maureen Madu Kids Football Club Oka received 250,000 naira with a trophy, as Oka Angels went home with 150,000 naira. Nnewi United FC and Maureen Madukidis FC will represent Anambra State at the National FA Cup coming soon in the male and female categories respectively. In his speech, the sponsor of the tournament, Dr. Polly Emenike, represented by Victor Nwangu, congratulated the winners and tasked them to be good ambassadors of Anambra State at the national level where they will represent the state. Dr. Emenike praised their dexterous and disciplined while urging the victors to take the opportunity by the sponsor to showcase their talents at the national level and prepare for the very best.
It's been quite great. It's been quite great. It's an historical one because for the first time we're having female football finals, and for the first time we're having our teams perform in this manner. Of course, to seize the moment, to take the opportunity provided by the sponsor to showcase their talents in competitions like this. These fellows are both the female and the male teams. They are proceeding to the national finals. That means great opportunities also to be seen by a lot of people, to be seen by scouts, to be seen by even international scouts. And so such opportunities, they should seize it and get themselves prepared for the very best they can present. Okay, thank you.
On his part, the acting chairman, Anambra State Football Association, Engineer Victor Anyekwena, while encouraging youths to participate in sports, said the match was well organized in which the rules of the game was best observed. He expressed optimism that the victorious teams will make Anambra proud at the national level. Speaking, the Nnewi United FC head coach, Mr. Fanzi Iwulo, who was an ex-Rangers coach, said he planned for the victory adroitly as his team will work harder to emerge victorious at the national level.
It's been a very long plan because before you can get to this stage and eventually succeed, you must have planned very well. I wanted it from last season, and unfortunately the competition did not hold last season. So from the beginning of this season, I've already prepared myself that I must win this competition and go ahead to the national level and make a statement.
For the women category, the coach of Maureen Madukidis FC, Maureen Madu, an ex-Super Falcon player and former assistant coach of Nigeria Women National Team, said it was a tough game for her team, but they emerged victoriously.
Both the coach and the management, they have been on our back. They have been motivating us. It hasn't been easy, understand? Both the training aspect of it and everything. We are very fully prepared, and our aim is to lift the trophy. And finally, God did it to us.
I'm very, very grateful that we became victorious in this match. I'm very, very grateful to God and to my teammates and to my coach and to the officials. I'm very, very grateful. I thank God that we are the winner of this competition.
From Nanka, Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
The remains of the late Deputy Commissioner of Police, Chief John Achuan, popularly known as Agune Chamber of Nando, have been laid to rest at his country home, Akamnato Nando, Anambra East Local Government Area. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports.
The funeral rites, which kick-started with a holy mass at St. John's Catholic Church, Nando, attracted people from all walks of life, including officers and men of the Nigerian Police Force, Anambra State Government representatives, Nando community leaders, family, friends and in-laws, who came to pay their last respect to the late security guru, who contributed immensely to the security and progress of Nigeria, Anambra State and his hometown, Nando. In a homily during the funeral mass, Reverend Father Anthony Digo reminded Christians that their existence here on earth is but for a while and asked them to always live in godliness and use their wealth to serve God and humanity. Reverend Father Digo described the late Chief Achuam as a devout Christian who throughout his lifetime promoted peace and unity in the church and society at large, praying God to comfort his family. In an interview, the member representing Anambra East at the State House of Assembly, Honorable Obinna Emenaka, who hails from the community, described the death of Chief Achwam as a great loss to the entire Nando community, as his contributions to the development of the community are innumerable. The lawmaker used the opportunity to call on the general public to get their permanent voters card ready for the forthcoming 2023 general elections.
Chief John Achwam was a great man until his death, a community leader that lived an exemplary life. I was like a son to him, and I can say that he was my friend because we were always communicating. And I can also say here that most of the advices he gave me before he passed on to the Lord were fruitful. So he will be greatly missed, and I think I'm already missing him.
The President General of Nando Development Union, Chief Christopher Nwako, said the late Chief Achwam was until his demise helpful to Nando community in all ramifications and encouraged his family to be more united to overcome their challenges. Speaking, the first and second sons of the deceased, Mr. Kelvin and Engineer Tosuhu Achwam, thanked God for the unique life of their late father, whom they said lived for all, and promised to develop on the legacies he left behind.
And here the one line on Ikaba Rufuna, Emu, Pantona, not Noboda, because one of them Noboda, or even Nigeria, Boagona Chamber, Karafic. So, Yana, you're better than Bebuka, Punabatamburovia, and when you want Abomia, Arike, and the need to carry on from Ebo.
And that's it on the news this morning. But remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Well, and just before we go this morning, a quick look at our major stories. Governor Saludo has urged Indian Anambra to contribute their individual quota in the struggle to build a prosperous homeland. A joint association of persons with disability has held prayer summit against insecurity in the state. JAMB has frowned at unutilized admission quota by tertiary institutions. Now the foreign team were brought to you that Beijing has imposed new COVID curbs over nightclub virus cluster. Well, here's a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Saludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the size of our package this morning. Many thanks for joining the bulletin. I am Ibere. We're going to enjoy the rest of your morning.